many of you have been to the Henry Dorley Zoo? If you haven't, you're missing out on something both historical and revolutionary. With world record exhibits and world-class complexes, the Henry Dorley Zoo is home to over 962 species, with animals from Asia, Africa, Australia, and other countries across the world. The Henry Dorley Zoo has been a part of Omaha's history since before 1963, and since then has helped over 25 million guests. According to the zoo's website, the Henry Dorley Zoo began as Riverview Park in 1894, when William F. Cody donated a bear, a deer, and a buffalo. By 1952, the zoo was home to over 120 animals. In 1963, Margaret Hitchcock Dorley donated $750,000, only asking that the zoo be named after her deceased husband, Henry Dorley, and the Henry Dorley Zoo was born. Today, the zoo is home to over 17,000 animals, which includes 44 endangered species, 270 birds, over 180 mammals, over 180 fish, and over 170 reptiles. In 1968, Pachyderm Hill was constructed out of Riverview Park's old baseball diamond. In the 70s, the sea lion display was built from Riverview Park's old swimming pool. The world's largest cat breeding facility was built in 1977, and it remains a leader in large cat research. The 80s brought several new additions to the zoo, which included the aviary and the nursery, the aquarium, the lead jungle, and the bear canyon. The 80s also brought construction of the giraffe complex. Next came renovations to the train. The train takes guests around the zoo, traveling 2 miles, and has 4 stops throughout the zoo. The 90s brought the IMAX Theater. The IMAX Theater contains a screen as tall as 4 giraffes and as wide as 7 rhinos, with a projector weighing over 7,000 pounds. The 90s also brought construction to the Garden of the Senses, renovations to the orangutans, and renovations to the gorilla complex. Also, it brought 2 record-breaking exhibits to the zoo. One, the world's largest geodesic dome, which cost $31 million to build. And right below that, the world's largest indoor swamp, called the Kingdoms of the Night. In addition to the Kingdoms of the Night being the world's largest indoor swamp, it is also unique because it contains a rare albino alligator, which according to National Geographic magazine is 1 out of only 30 known worldwide. The most recent additions to the zoo are the Bernice Grucock Butterfly Building, which cost over $10.5 million to create and contains insects from all around the world. Last year, the zoo added the Madagascar Building, which has both outdoor and indoor displays and is dedicated to the preservation of Madagascar plants and animals. While constructing the Madagascar exhibit, Henry Dorley Zoo employees contributed to the discovery of over 31 new species of lemurs. Since the zoo opened in 1963, entertaining enrichment programs and rides have been added to the zoo. The rides include a train, a tram, and a carousel. But the most recent and unique ride is the Skyfari. The Skyfari is a chairlift that gives guests a new perspective of the zoo. Guests can ride the Skyfari and view the zoo from a giraffe's eye view, says the Omaha World Herald. The Skyfari travels from the south end of the zoo over the giraffes, the cheetahs, and the lagoon, turns around over the elephants, and goes back up to the top. World records, revolutionary rides, millions of guests, and the zoo still continues to grow. With construction and preservation being a priority, obtaining and transforming the Rosenblatt Stadium is their new goal and hope to expand. Expanding the elephants, remodeling the polar bears and sea lions, and adding a Komodo dragon display are on their list of things to come. It has also been a long-time goal of the zoo to get pandas. they wish to build a panda complex. They also wish to expand the cats and gorillas. The zoo has set up a series of phases and projects for years to come, with an overall goal to conserve, preserve, and better the lives of plants and animals from around the world. The zoo has had millions of guests over the last 40 years and shows no signs of slowing down. The Henry Doorly Zoo is a world-ranking zoo and a monument in Omaha's history. Thank you.